Let me tell you, waiting seasons really do suck. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Thoughts with Dee. And today we're talking about having faith in a waiting season. I've said it before, waiting seasons really do suck. And I think in order to get through a season, you really need to, first and foremost, define what season you're in. Are you in a season of crisis? If so, I don't know what the crisis could be. Please go seek spiritual help, spiritual guidance, mental, whatever you need to do. Go get some help from somebody. Okay, I don't know. Because sometimes a crisis could be a financial crisis. I don't know who you can go to. You can go to the bank, but we're not trying to get loans and we're not trying to be in debt. But yeah, go do that. Are you in a season where you're waiting for a breakthrough, but you're talking to the Lord and silence, nothing. Like, it's me. I'm in one of those and it sucks. Okay, it sucks real bad. Or are you in this season of stillness where you're just waiting for some things to happen, or you're just, you're just still, like you're in like a resting period, like, not too much is happening, good or bad. It's just stillness. Nothing's really happening at all. I've been there. Okay. But after you have defined what you're doing in your waiting season, I feel like then you need to name the emotion, because we have to name the emotion and be honest about our feelings in waiting periods. Are you frustrated? Because, baby, let me tell you, this girl right here, a lot of my times it's frustration. And it's not frustration for being in the waiting period. It's frustration from me talking to God and asking him about my, basically about my waiting season, and he's not answering me. Or like I'm asking for direction and he's not giving it to me. So you get frustration. You get frustrated. And name that and say, God, I'm frustrated because you're not talking to me. And I've had moments where, like, you would think I'm going off on the Lord, but it's just me, my frustration coming out. And not necessarily in anger, but it's just that it's almost an undescribable feeling of the way that my tone of voice is. And I'm like, then the Lord is answering it. So I'm like, I know you hear me, but I need you to start talking to me a little bit more. I need you to commune with me. And sometimes I don't even realize when he's talking to me, because sometimes I want it to be a certain way, but he speaks in a different way. So that can be frustrating, especially if you don't know. Also, I'm going to say this. It can be quiet or it can be loud, that feeling of doubt. Sometimes you doubt yourself and you doubt God. And you doubt him because you feel unworthy. Yeah, I said it. Sometimes your doubt is not because you are like, God can't do this. He can do anything but fail. But you're doubting your worthiness for him to do anything for you, because you feel like, well, I've made a mistake, so God can't bless me. If you start at the beginning of the Bible, Adam and Eve, Adam being disobedient to God, kicked out. God didn't destroy him. He let him live. Cain slew Abel. God didn't kill him. He let him live. He still used all of the people that I've named, to build great nations. So then you get to Abraham, Isaac. I mean, trickster. You tricked your brother out of his birthright. You fought an angel, which I would have loved to see that. Did you fought this angel? He had to dislocate your hip, but he never put your hip back in. But still, a lot of times we're equating God to the way that we think, and he used those who were imperfect to do his work. And if you're feeling like you're perfect and like, oh, I'm perfect, so God's going to use me, doubtful. You're not perfect, but he may not use you because of the thinking that you have. But that's my thoughts. You have your own. Another time you can feel hopelessness. You just feel like there's no hope, that nothing's ever going to happen. And a lot of times I will say this is the one that leads towards those suicidal thoughts. I have been there. It will take you to a very dark place to feel like that there is no hope. And that is a trick of the enemy for you to feel like that. Yeah, sorry. Just remembering the time that I felt like that. It just feels like that you can't even breathe when you have this feeling. But you just have to start. If you can't pray for yourself, just go tell somebody, I feel hopeless. And if they are spiritually in tune enough, they will start praying for you. Because hopelessness, I feel like, is the worst one of all. Because you can be frustrated. You can move past frustration. But hopelessness takes a minute to get out of. And it's hard to pull yourself out of it, too. And then we also have this feeling of learning how to trust God's timing and learning to trust yourself while you're waiting. Because sometimes you might probably saying, like, I don't make the best decisions for myself, and that's okay. But sometimes you have to learn how to trust. And yes, that is a feeling, because it's a feeling of fear and happiness kind of all rolled into one. It's like you're learning to trust the process of, I'm waiting. I'm in this waiting season. Things aren't going the way I need them to go, but here I am and here I stand. I know it sounds crazy, but like I said, first, define the season that you're in. Figure out what season you're in if you have not realized that you're sitting in a season. Then name your emotion and be honest about how you're feeling in this. And I will say this, if you're in your waiting season, you have to keep yourself grounded. Now, Melissa, how do you keep yourself grounded? Very simple. 4 ways that I think you can keep yourself grounded. 1, through prayer. I'm going to say it, prayer changes things. You got to push. And push is pray until something happens. You keep praying, you keep going. Like I said, sometimes I do what Jesus did. I'm pray 3 times and leave it alone and let God do his do. Like, it's some things that I need to be praying about, and I know I'm going to, and I'm going to pray, and I'm like, okay, pray. God, now it's up to you. Because I ain't going to keep bugging you about it. I know you heard me the first time when I said it. And the second and third times, I know you heard it too. Another thing that you can do is, this is so hard for all of us, and I know it is let go of timelines. When you feel like something is supposed to happen, like I'm supposed to have this job at this time, by this time, and be whatever it is you want it to be. You got to let it go. Because his timing is not our timing. And sometimes he's waiting for you to grow up in certain areas and aspects of your life before he allows certain things to happen for you. So you got to let go of timelines. I know it's going to be hard, and it's easier said than done, but that's another one. Have a good faith routine. And also the last one is reading the word. But when I say have a good faith routine, that means spend time and commune with God. That does not necessarily just mean prayer and reading the Bible. Yes, that can be a time, but sometimes it means just sit in silence and call out to him. And it's not a prayer, because it's not, you're not asking for anything, you're not talking. You just need the Lord to dwell with you. You need him to send his spirit to dwell with you. Find a routine that works for you. For me, I have a prayer board where I'm writing down my prayers. Something else for me, like before I can get to the point of writing my prayers, I have to have a clean and clear space. So that way I can have my Bible right here if I need to say, Lord, that you said in your word, this is you. This is the words you gave to man for me, that this is what's supposed to be happening. And it's not happening. So why this not happening? Because a lot of times people say, don't question God. I'm going to question him. Moses questioned him. He was like, Lord, did you have the right one? When you said me, I started like, why am I the one? No, I question him, but I'm not questioning his ability, I'm questioning why is your word not coming to fruition when this your word? Like those are just things, but everybody has their own faith routine that they can do. I suggest that you get one that works for you. And I know this is not like one of those, oh, I feel so much better about a waiting season. Because no, waiting seasons do suck. And you have to have them. Just like there's a time and a season for everything. We're still in winter. Though here in Memphis, some days it feels like summer. But that's a different story. Winter is a time for things to sit and be, I'm not saying dead. Dead is not the word I want to use. But it's time for things to be barren. It's time for things to go underground. It's time for things to seem stagnant. Spring is the time of rebirth. It's the time of things growing and coming again. So you'll have winter seasons in your life. You'll have, spring seasons. You'll have fall seasons where things are starting to change very rapidly. Like the color of your landscape in your life is changing. And you have those things. And then you have like the summers of your life where everything is hot and it's moving and it's fast. It's different for everybody, but you'll have these different seasons. But in these seasons, sometimes even no matter what season you're in, a waiting season has to happen. I almost equate a waiting season to winter because it's like you don't know what's going to happen next. Is it going to be a snowstorm? Is it going to be an ice storm? You just don't know. But you have to have this waiting season so then you can have the next season that God wants you to walk into, whether it's a prosperous season or a supernatural season that you just don't know what's going to happen. But you have to have those. So, like I said, this wasn't a happy-go-lucky video for you, but I just do want to encourage someone because sometimes we forget it. I mean, even though it's still February, we forget this by month too, and you need to know, hey, I'm going to be good while I'm in my waiting season. But I love you guys, and I will catch you next month. It's almost March. Oh, man. This year seems to just be moving, doesn't it? But I will catch you guys next month in March as we're moving towards spring and blossoming new things in our life. But love you guys, so peace out.